Mark also chairs the committee that selects each year's winner of the Bill Pasternak Memorial Young Ham of the Year Award. Although some might say this kind of devotion comes naturally to hams, we know with even greater certainty it comes naturally to Mark, a professional journalist whose talents and generosity have served Newsline so well over the years. Congratulations, Mark Abramovich, NT3V, from all of us at Newsline. Speaking of awards and honors, we're down to the final days to receive nominations for the Amateur Radio Newsline Bill Pasternak Memorial Young Ham of the Year Award. Nominations are open to licensed hams 18 or younger who reside in the United States, its possessions, or any Canadian province. Get your application form on our website, arnewsline.org, under the YHOTY tab. The award will be presented August 19th at the Huntsville Ham Fest in Alabama. Nominations close Wednesday, May 31st. Time for you to identify your station. We are the Amateur Radio Newsline, heard on bulletin stations around the world, including the Westchester Amateur Radio Club repeater, WC8BOA, Westchester, Ohio, on Monday nights. The real strength of radio isn't its signal, but its potential to save lives.
Newsline will continue shortly. This is KH6XP.
The real strength of radio isn't its signal, but its potential to save lives. Just ask hams who participate in the Maritime Mobile Service Network. As Amateur Radio Newsline's Kent Peterson, KC0DGY, did.
May 12th started as a typical day for the net control operators of the Maritime Mobile Services Network until around 1825 UTC.
I monitor all the time. I leave my radio on 14300, and I heard faintly a voice saying, "Mayday, Mayday, emergency traffic."
That Mayday net control operator Ken Porter, AC0ML. Porter thinks he's handled about 20 emergency calls in his 10 years as net control operator.
And I charges the net and then told everyone to focus only on the emergency traffic.
Meanwhile, control operator Scott Roberts, KK4ECR, was reaching out to other control operators
and getting as many sets of ears on frequency as possible so we could offer assistance.
The captain of the sailing vessel Ubiquity is ham operator Brian Stipek, KF7QCX, who was in VHF Marine radio contact with the Free Spirit and relayed their location to the Maritime Net using his shipboard SSB ham radio.
The captain of the sailing vessel Ubiquity reported they had said that they were taking on water, the vessel was definitely sinking, the engine would not start, and they were preparing to abandon ship. And at that time, the sailing vessel Ubiquity had lost contact with the sport fishing vessel Free Spirit, so there was a lot of concern at that time.
Meanwhile, the 20-meter band had closed as well.
I had lost contact with the sailing vessel Ubiquity. I made several calls trying to raise him over a course of about an hour, so we kind of sat on our hands for several hours, not really knowing what was going on for sure. But that's not unusual in these situations.
Porter was able to reach the U.S. Coast Guard in San Diego, who also came on frequency in an attempt to reach Ubiquity, but bad conditions had changed, and they too were unable to reach the boat. The U.S. Coast Guard relayed the information provided by Porter to the Mexican Navy, who located the ship in distress and towed the ship and passengers to the port of San Carlos in Mexico.
We didn't find out the final disposition of that case until the following morning. A number of different vessels in really life-threatening situations calling frantically for help, and to note.
Amateur Radio Newsline will continue shortly. This is KH6XP.
Situations calling frantically for help, and to know that you can get them that help is really, really rewarding. It's one of the best types of service work that I've ever found. I'm a member of my local Aries group here in Southwest Missouri, where I live, and that's also very nice to be part of, and I enjoy doing it. But this is something on an entirely different level.
Reporting for Amateur Radio Newsline, I'm Kent Peterson, KC0DGY.
Some youngsters prefer swimming and soccer when they go to camp. In Gujarat, India, however, one group of kids were learning about soldering and signal reports. We hear more from Amateur Radio Newsline's Jeremy Boot, G4NJH.
This wasn't the average summer camp experience for students in Gujarat in India. This was summer camp, ham radio style, and the young attendees at Science City, Ahmedabad, got all the basics, from station setup to propagation to different modes of communication. They even learned, much to their surprise, that amateur radio can put them in touch with astronauts aboard the International Space Station and help them communicate with satellites. The program on the 20th of May was coordinated by Rajesh Vagadia, VU2EXP, Regional Coordinator of ANSET India. As an added measure, Rajesh's nephew, Priyesh, VU3GLY, gave a demonstration on VHF to encourage his peers. He's a high school student in his teens and is a big fan of digital modes. He's been licensed since 2013. Finally, in a somewhat optimistic gesture, summer camp organizers also included a detailed discussion of the licensing procedures in India, because there's life and there's radio after summer camp. For Amateur Radio Newsline, I'm Jeremy Boot, G4NJH.
If field day is considered a rehearsal for a real emergency, what do you call a rehearsal for field day? Here's Amateur Radio Newsline's Paul Brown, WD9GCO, with the answer.
Christian Kudnick, K0STH, the host of the 100 Watts on a Wire podcast, has announced the next activity day for the 100 Watts on a Wire community. The event, called the Tune-Up, is being considered a rehearsal for Field Day and will be held on June 10th and 11th. According to Kudnick, there are no formal rules and it's not a contest. Anyone with a 100 Watts ID, and there are over 2,000 of them, is encouraged to do.
Amateur Radio Newsline will continue shortly. This is KH6XP.
With a 100 Watts ID, and there are over 2,000 of them, is encouraged to just get on the air and call CQ. If you have an ID, you can exchange with fellow 100 Watters. If not, they're available for free from the website. Most members will be spotting themselves on the Facebook group. The event is open to any band, any mode. For more information, go to 100wattsanawire.com. That's the number 100, then wattsanawire.com, and click on the Activity Days button. For Amateur Radio Newsline, I'm Paul Brown, WD9GCO.
Members of the Gotland's Radio Club, SK1, operational call signs 7S1TRK and SK70BL from Gotland Island. This is a celebration of the club's 70th anniversary. Listen on various HF bands. A special award is available. All QSOs are being confirmed automatically via the Bureau. The club requests no return QSL cards. Two German amateurs, DF3MC and DL8JJ, are on the air from the Faroe Islands until the 25th of May using the call signs OY/home call. They're focusing on operating from Summit as part of the Summits on the Air program, but will also be heard on HF. Listen for Henning OZ1BII as ZA/OU2I while he operates from Albania until the 29th of May. Listen for him as well during the CQ Worldwide WPXCW contest on the 27th and 28th of May. QSL via Club Log OQRS. Tom, KC0W, hopes to be active from Zimbabwe as Z25DX from the 23rd of May to the 18th of June. He will operate CW only. QSL cards go via KC0W. And finally, if you tune in for your weekly dose of Ham Nation, you know our friends on the podcast are marking episode 300 with a special event station. What does that mean? Well, something pretty exciting. Here's Amateur Radio Newsline's Mike Askins, KE5EXP, who can definitely feel the excitement as he shares it with you now.
Are you up for the ultimate chase? You have until 0500 Zulu on the 1st of June to meet the challenge of a...
Amateur Radio Newsline will continue shortly. This is KH6XP.
You have until 0500 Zulu on the 1st of June to meet the challenge of an on-air event that celebrates episode 300 of the Ham Nation podcast. What began on Wednesday, May 24, can only get better. Hams will be taking the sideband and digital mode in dogged pursuit of the show hosts and after-show net control operators. Most of them are using special event, one-by-one call signs, and yes, they're worth points. You can earn a Ham Nation 300 certificate by working 6 of the 9 special event call signs and a clean sweep sticker for that certificate if you work all 9. There are commemorative QSL cards as well as wild card stations using their own call signs. Bob, Gordon, Rex with Dale, Kevin, Don, Steve, Amanda, and the rest of the crew using the one-by-one call signs. For details, visit QRZ.com and search the page for call sign W0H. Then, expect pile-ups with the excitement around this event. For Amateur Radio Newsline, I'm Mike Askins, KE5CXP.
With thanks to Allen Labs, Amateur News Weekly, the ARRL, CQ Magazine, the FCC, Hapali and the Rain Report, Hamvention, the IARU, Irish Radio Transmitters Society, K2BSA, PenVX Bulletin, QRZ, the Reading Eagle, Southgate Amateur Radio News, Ted Randall's QSO Radio Show, WTWW Shortwave, and you, our listeners, that's all from the Amateur Radio Newsline. Please send emails to our address at newsline@arnewsline.org. More information is available at Amateur Radio Newsline's only official website, located at www.arnewsline.org. For now, with Karen Eve Murray, KD2GUT at the news desk in New York, and our news team worldwide, I'm Jim Dameron, N8TMW in Charleston, West Virginia, saying 73. And as always, we thank you for listening. Amateur Radio Newsline is copyright 2017, all rights reserved.
This concludes Amateur Radio Newsline. The Hawaii Mainland Allstar net will start at 1600 Hawaii Standard Time. We hope to see you there. This is KH6XP Clear. The time is 4 o'clock p.m.
And it's 4 o'clock p.m. here in the Hawaiian Islands. So that means it's time to start the Hawaii Mainland Allstar net. Good evening and good afternoon to everybody. This is K2FFT, Kilo 2 Foxtrot Tango, activating the Hawaii Mainland Allstar net. And Angelo here is Al, and I'll be your net control this evening. The purpose of the net is to teach the protocols and procedures of the net. As always, constructive feedback is encouraged, and all licensed amateurs participate. We would like to thank all node sysops in this group for the use of the network. This is a formal net with all net activities directed through net control, and we encourage the use of ITU phonetics, the ones you learned when you went to license. And the use of the word break should be only used to interrupt regular net operations in the event of an emergency. This net covers the Allstar network located on all Hawaiian Islands and many states in the continental U.S. and beyond. The RF links comprised of VHF and UHF repeaters and simplex nodes. Most have 3-minute timers, but a few still only have 2-minute timers, and there is some occasional internet delay in the system. Therefore, we encourage users to do a minimum 2-second reset every minute or so during transmissions. And also, when you key up the transmit, wait about a second before you start talking to let all the systems link up, or we might lose the first few words of your transmission. This will ensure that all the transmissions are heard by everybody. And with that, this concludes the preliminary announcements. And as customary, do we have somebody to function today as alternate net control? Your job would be to back up net control, copy check-ins, and pick up with net control misses. And actually today would be actually a really good day to have an alternate net control because we've been getting some thunderstorm activities up and down internet and a little bit of up and down electricity here. So if I do drop off here suddenly, you will know what happened, and the alternate net controller can have a real-life practice of what can happen. So if you've never been an alternate net control on the system, now is a good time to get your feet wet. Get your pencil and paper and call me now, K2FFT.
This is K6GQM. I'll be the alternate for this evening. Candle is Henry.
Okay, net control acknowledges K860QM as alternate net control. Henry, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. If I do disappear, you know what to do because it's possible we're getting kind of up and down here this afternoon. All right, thanks. At this time, we'll go ahead and proceed with our regular check-ins. And again, when checking in, please give your call sign using ITU phonetics followed by your name and your location. And we'll be verifying check-ins one at a time. So please leave space for net control to respond after each check-in. If we have a double, no big deal. I'll catch you, and we'll get it. I will go ahead. I'm not as brave as some, so I'm going to divide up, and I'm going to go from east to west, and we'll start with looking for any check-ins from the mainland, anywhere on the mainland, or anywhere overseas. So please call net control now. This is K2FFT.
This is W6CYB, Joe in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Okay, right at the top we have W86CYD, Joe, over to Las Vegas. Thank you, Joe. Got you checked in, looking for more mainland check-ins, or out of the country. Please call now.
Kilo Golf 7, Uniform Papa Quebec, John, Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
Okay, very good. KG7UPQ, John, and Idaho, thank you very much. Looking for more mainland check-ins. Please call now.
Kilo Charlie 6, Juliet Lima X-ray, Sterling in Pleasant Grove, Utah.
Okay, that acknowledges KC6JLX. Hey there, Sterling. Good to hear you in there. Anybody else from the mainland, please call now.
November Romeo 7 Yankee, Lawrence in West Jordan, Utah.
All right, we have NR7Y, Lawrence, over there in West Jordan. Thank you, Lawrence. Looking for more check-ins from the mainland or overseas, please call now.
Alpha Hotel 6 Oscar Delta, Dave, Green Creek, Arizona.
And that technology is 886OD. Dave, thank you, Dave, over there in Queen Creek, Arizona. Looking for more check-ins from the mainland or anywhere overseas, please call K2FFT now.
Kilo 6, Papa Kilo Lima.
Oh, Kilo 6, Papa Kilo Lima. Can I get your name and your location, please?
Bill, Baker, Ida, Lima, Lima. And QTH is Manteca, California. That's about 80 miles east of San Francisco.
All right, very good, Bill. Got you in there. K6 PKL, Bill, over there in California. Thanks for joining us today. Right, looking for more check-ins from the mainland. Okay, that looks like that's it for the moment from the mainland, and don't worry if you are, we'll come back for circle back and catch you, anybody we missed there. So at this point, we will go ahead and proceed to the Hawaiian Islands, and we'll start, as usual, going east to west, and we'll start with looking for check-ins from the big island of Hawaii. Please call now.
Charlie Victor Golf, Francis from Hawaii.
Hey there, Francis. I know I should know. Could you bring back your call sign one more? I clipped you at the beginning there. Go real slow.
Whiskey Hotel 6, Charlie Victor Golf. Whiskey Hotel 6, Charlie Victor Golf.
Okay, got it, Francis. Thanks. I know I should know, but I got two in the mix. CBG, Francis in Hilo. Very good. Thanks, Francis. Looking for more check-ins from the big island of Hawaii. Please call now.
Kilo Hotel 7, Lake Sierra. Blake, in and out.
Oh, okay. I have KH7MS, Blake, and I have you as in and out. Very good. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. Hope you guys are staying dry over that side. This is K2FFT for the Hawaii Allstar Mainland Net. And we are looking for Big Island right now. Please call now. Okay, not hearing any further from the Big Island. Let's go ahead and move up to looking for check-ins from any of the islands comprising Maui County, Molokai, Lanai, Maui, or even Kahoolawe, which I'm not sure if that's really part of the county, but please call now. Looking for check-ins from Maui County.
Whiskey Hotel 6, Foxtrot Golf Yankee, Marika from Napili, Maui.
Yeah, okay, recognize as W86FGY, Marika, Napili. Thank you, Marika, for joining us this afternoon. Looking for any more check-ins from Maui County, please call now.
Foxtrot Golf X-Ray, Joe from Kaului.
Okay, let's have W86FTX, and could you bring back your name one more time? I'm so sorry about that. Bring back your name for me one more time.
The name is Joe from Kaului.
Okay, real good there, Bill. We got you there. W86FTX, Bill, up there in Honolulu, Maui. Very good. Thanks for joining us. Any other check-ins from Maui County, please call now. Okay, so all quiet there for now, so let's move up to Oahu. Looking for any check-ins from the big city up there on Oahu, please call now. I'm not hearing anybody. One more call for any check-ins from Oahu, please call now. Okay, hearing none there, let's go ahead and move up to Hawaii, island of Kauai. Looking for check-ins for the Hawaii Mainland Allstar net from Kauai. Please call now. No, I heard Jim in there. Let me make sure. One more call. Any more check-ins from Kauai? Please call now.
November Hotel 6 Hotel India, and I think on your number 12 check-in W86 Fox Golf X-Ray, it was Joe, not Bill, but I may be wrong. Go ahead.
Okay there, Jim, you're a little bit hot on the audio. What did you, well, let me call him back real quick. W8, thank you, Bill. Breaking with, thank you, Jim. Breaking with Jim momentarily. W86FGX, what, did you repeat your name again in case I got that wrong?
Foxtrot Golf X-Ray, Joe, Juliet Oscar Echo.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I should have known that. I'm sorry about that, Joe. I got pukas in my head. Thanks, folks. And thank you, Jim, for heads up on that. Really appreciate that. And we have, Jim, we do have you checked in. Okay, not hearing any more from there. Let's, before we start, go back to the top for check with alternate net control and also comments. This is K2FFT from the Hawaii Mainland All-Star Net. We're looking for any check-ins from anywhere before we start comments. Please call now. Okay, that looks like it's it for right now. Let me check back with Henry, KA6GQM. Henry, I have 13, including you and I. Does that jive with you? Go ahead.
Roger on the 13. No problem.
All right, thanks, Henry, and thanks again very much for doing the alternate. And I'm going to turn it over to you right now. You're top of the list, so go ahead and take a comment there, Henry. K2FFT.
And the net, this is K6GQM on the Big Island, and I might say it's 89 degrees. It's hot and humid and whatever.
But anyway, just got to make the best of it. It's a holiday tomorrow. So nice copy on everybody, so no problem. Go back to the control, K2 FFT K6G2M.
Oops, I thought I heard somebody in there. Thanks, Jimmy. We do appreciate that. It's really great to have you hear you in there. Thanks for your help there. And yeah, it is hot. Let's see, who is next? WA6 CYD Joe. Go ahead and take a turn there.
Alrighty, good evening everyone. This is Whiskey Hotel 6, Charlie Yankee Bravo, Joe, here in North Las Vegas, Nevada. It is 92 degrees here at this time, and it'll be in the upper 70s by the night ends. It's a beautiful day here in Vegas, and really enjoying the net tonight. Thanks for letting me check in, and thanks to Dave A60D to hooking me back up on the link there. I hooked up my thing, and since I got back from Hawaii 2 weeks ago, but never did hear anybody. I'm glad to be back. Have a good evening. Back to net control. This is Whiskey Hotel 6, Charlie Yankee Bravo.
Okay, very good there, Joe. Thanks, and we do have the call sign corrected there, and you're sounding really great. It's working nicely for you. All right, let's see. Moving down the list here, KG7 UPQ. John, go ahead and take the turn there. K2 FFT here.
All right, good evening, everybody, and I might have a correction on the call sign there. It's Kilo Golf 7, Uniform Papa, Quebec. Yep, we're here in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Got up to about 84 degrees today, and been wonderful weather. So went out and kind of spent some time out in the garden and kind of did a little planting and moving dirt around and getting things kind of the way we wanted it, and got some of my chores done, I guess you'd say. And then had a little time to play on the radio, and hope it's actually sounding well. I switched from the USB radio to the simple USB this morning on my note as well, so hope I got that kind of configured and sounding good. But other than that, same old, same old. So headed back to control. Everybody have a good evening. KG7 UPQ clear.
Okie doke there, John. Yeah, we must have been bumbly. I do have you down as KG7 UPQ Uniform Papa Quebec. Thank you very much for joining us, and you do sound great. Your simple USB is working just fine. Your audio is beautiful. Okay, let's see. This is K2 FFT looking next for KC6 JLX Sterling. Go ahead and take a turn there.
K2 FFT, this is KC6 JLX Sterling in Pleasant Grove, Utah. Glad to hear the net going tonight. And I heard earlier you guys had thunderstorms or some little serious weather, but I hope everything's fine there. As Utah, or we are 75 degrees, clear skies, and everybody's enjoying the weekend, especially the holiday. Again, good to be here in the net. Thanks, Al and Henry, for taking over the net, and for who's that? KH6XD for the newsline. Enjoyed that tonight. But nothing else going on except getting ready for the warmer part of summer, and doing good here. Again, this is KC6 JLX 73s, and back to net control.
Perfect weather there, and glad you're not further east, because they're really getting it, I guess. Thank you, Sterling. Good to hear you, man. Righty, let's see who is next. NR7Y, Lawrence, K2 FFT. Go ahead there, Lawrence. What's up, man?
Yeah, K2 FFT in the net. Good evening, Al. Yeah, like Sterling said, it's pretty nice evening today, 75 degrees, and very nice weather. Hope everybody's having a good
great, man. Beautiful audio. Couldn't really get any better. And good to hear you, man. Thanks for joining us today. Let's see. Going next, we have Dave, AH60DA. Dave, go ahead and take a turn. K2FFT.
Roger that. This is Alpha Hotel 6 Oscar Delta here in Queen Creek, Arizona. The sun is getting ready to set out here. We hit triple digits, 100 today, where it's cranking down back to 97 degrees. Love it here. Good to hear everybody on the system. I know Jim at the big Jim got to reboot your system, and 868i was garbled. But everybody else was good quality coming in. Much mahalo, Al, and Henry for the net control sysops, and also Wayne for the net. And also echo my sentiments to those that served in the armed forces. Appreciate much mahalos. Other than that, we'll kick it back to net control. 73 Aloha from Queen Creek, Arizona.
Dave, thanks, but always a pleasure doing the net. I haven't been to get on as much as I like to lately, but you'll see more of me. And I should mention, Dave, you do have a very mild hum or a buzz in the background audio. It could even be something near you running or something, but it's very mild. It's not. It certainly doesn't let you. Righty, let's see. K6PKL, Billy. Bill, go ahead and take a turn there. K2FFT.
Hey, very good from Manteca here, where it's about probably 85 degrees right now. We're sitting out on the patio, and I'm in my shorts, and we're enjoying the weather. We get what they call a delta breeze here, which blows through from San Francisco through the delta, and then it comes in and it cools it off here. So that's what's happening to us right now. So it's temperature down a little bit. So anyway, everything else is pretty good. So and else report. So K6DL from St. Manteca.
All right, Bill. Thanks, man. And, I hate to do this because, Dan, but you got a little bit of a buzz on you, too. A little more than Dave had, too. So I just mentioned that. Certainly your regular audio, I mean, can hear you just fine, that Q5 copy, but just a little bit of that buzzing there. So hopefully if the next person has buzzing, then I'm going to start worrying. All right. Thanks for joining us, Bill. Do appreciate it. And next up is W86CVG. Francis, go ahead and take a turn. K2FFT here.
K2FFT, W86CVG on the net. Thank you for doing the net. Great job on that. I'm here in Hilo Town. It's wet over here, but the rain just subsided. Where I was earlier in Paradise Park, we had a pretty thunderstorm out there. Other than that, nothing big. It's kind of subsiding right now. I'm beginning to see spots of blue skies here and there. Other than that, that's what I want to go around. Back to you, net control, W86CVG.
Okay, Francis, thanks, man. Yeah, it started to dry up a bit here, I'm glad to say. It was pretty busy with the lightning earlier, but we kind of like subsided. Now it's just incredibly sticky and humid. Thank you, Francis, for joining us. Okay, next was Blake, K7MS. He said he's in and out, so after that is W86FTY up there in Nipili. Marika, go ahead and take a turn there, K2FFT.
Aloha, yeah, this is W86FGY, Marika. I'm in Napili, Maui, and definitely enjoying the fan today on this warm weather that we're having. But just got an update. I've gotten a mobile antenna and a mag mount, a triple mag mount to put that on our Tacoma. So very excited to get that hooked up this week. Just waiting on one more part before we can get that up. But Yeah, Jim said it right. He said, I've got the fever. I've been looking at antennas. Yeah, I can see how once you get started, this thing just gets rolling. But I'm enjoying it very much and enjoying also sharing this information with others and hoping to get more people on board here in Maui so we can have here as well. But yeah, have a wonderful day. Aloha from Maui. Back to you, Net Control.
All right, Marika, well, great, man. Sounds like you're having really good fun with it, and good for you. I don't know if it'll be good for your wallet, but you'll certainly enjoy it, and it sounds like you really are, so that is wonderful. And, so thank you for joining us today up there from Napili. Okay, next, with the name corrected, Joe, W86FGX. Go ahead there, Joe, take a turn, K2FFD.
Foxtrot Golf X-Ray, this is Joe here. Just like Marika, enjoying the Sunday afternoon here. It's hot, but she's right. It's once you got the fever, it's hard to get out of it. You know, like I'm just like her, looking at different things. When my antenna's gonna go up, trying to secure all the little things that's necessary. But it's really great hearing other people out there, and thank you all for being out there and being patient with new guys like me. And you guys have a good Sunday. Aloha from Wailuku. Foxtrot Golf X-Ray. Back to you, Net Control.
All right, Joe. Well, you're sounding great, Ben. And, oh, no, it's wonderful to have you on board. It's a thrill for us that have been doing this for a while to see new people coming in. Without the new people, there would be no future for the hobby and the service. So it really is wonderful to hear you there. So thank you very much. Okay, let's see. Next is let's see who did NA6HI. Go ahead there. Take a turn, Mr. J.
Okay. Okay now.
Sounds good there, Jim. All the wall and treetop tall, as they say. Go ahead there, Jim.
Okay. K2FFT in the net. This is NH6HI. On the garden now. Beautiful day here. Well, still beautiful. A little overcast right now, but barely any winds blowing. And but started out as a real nice, beautiful, sunny day. Let's see what's going on here. All kinds of fun stuff. Put up a 4-element, 4-band. No, wait a second. Cut quad out at work on a lone 25 40-foot tower, and that was fun to build. Love those quads. And let's see, we're going to use that for field day. Going to have a shootout against a step IR. I challenged my buddy Mitch, NH6JC, to a shootout with it, and we're going to see which one performs the best. So let's see. Always love a little friendly competition. We got a repeater in over here for Molokai, and we're going to be programming that thing up and getting it out this week, I hope. Everything should go good. I'm going to start work on that maybe later on tonight or first thing tomorrow, and hopefully it will work. We'll get it in the box and shipped over there, and we'll have a new repeater on Molokai. So let's see. Better reset here. Let's see. I guess we've been working on some things for the Nanoli system. system, and I got some hardware I need to fiddle around with here for that. So trying to get the system hardened up. The hurricane season is coming, and you can't be too prepared. So that's about all I got for now. Back to you, Al, K2FFT, N86HI.
All right, Jim. Well, man, you have been busy. That's great, man. Thanks, man. And that will be a fun thing with the shootout there. I like that. And Jim brings up the end of the list here, so I am going to take a small comment here before I call for more check-ins. And let's see, here in beautiful Paradise Park down here in Puna, on the east side of the Big Island, it is incredibly sticky. We had thunderstorms. They have kind of like managed to die away for now, which is awfully nice of them. So I can undown my antenna connector at the at the HF for you, etc., etc. And we have 77 degrees, 72 degree dew point for a really sticky 84% humidity. My orchids are loving it. Winds west out of 8, out of the west at 8. What else here? I just wanted to say, mine went off perfect today. It was nice. Everything was just perfect. And also, I would like to also add in that, remember what this holiday is about for all the people that gave their lives, man, so that we can sit around and eat our hot dogs and do whatever on a weekend, every weekend. They're not here anymore, but we're here to be able to do this because of them. So remember that when you bite into those hot dogs and throw that coal on the grill there. And what else there? Field day. I think a lot of you already know this from the HF side, but just as a reminder, we are going to be, my wife and I will be setting up a field day station down at Poiki Isaac Hale Park here on the Big Island, that's on the South Shore, at Poiki, by the Poiki Boat Ramp and Park there. And I'll have an HF rig, and we're going to have a CWC there, a good bug with Jeremy, AH6 Victor. And anybody that wants to join us is certainly welcome to join us. We'll provide electricity. I have a good quiet generator. We can run all night, no problem. So anybody would like to join us down there, you can stay overnight or just come for the day, whatever you want to join us. So we will be setting up on Thursday so we can get the good spots and continuing through the field day weekend. So there you go, for whatever that's worth. Okay, with that, I will quit running my mouth and say that this is K2FFT for the Hawaii Mainland Allstar Net, and we are looking for any last check-ins here before we start commit to closing the net. Please call me now.
Whiskey Bravo 7, Uniform Bravo Charlie, Greg, Aurora, Oregon.
Okay, that acknowledges WB7 UBC, Greg there. Any other check-ins before we take some more comments here? Please call now. All right, hey Greg, good to see you there. Go ahead and tell us what's up on K2FFT.
Well, thank you, Al and Henry, for taking care of the net tonight. As usual, you're doing an excellent job. Glad to have a Sunday night off where I can actually check in here. Radio-wise, endeavor has been to install WinLink Express on my laptop and feed that into the Signal Link USB and then into the KX3. And I've been looking for RMS nodes to check into, to connect with, so I can send and receive email that way. It seems like most of the traffic is, most of the usable stations anyway, up and down the west coast are on 80 and 40 meters. Although I was able to connect to an RMS node on Oahu on 30 meters the other night, so
about the news from here, Al. Great to hear your lovely voice again. I'll send it back to you, WB7 UBC. Okay, great. Well, good to hear you, man, and thank you for joining us. And your signal is great. Good audio. Sounds great. They're about 100% Q5. Okay, this is K2FFT looking for any last check-ins for the Hawaii Mainland Allstar net before we go to closing procedures. Please call now.
KM4 KUH, Surge, Clearwater, Florida.
There he is. Hey, Surge, KM4 KUH. Good to hear you, man. Go ahead and, hey, what's up, man? Tell us, K2FFT here.
Oh, nothing happening. Not too much happening here. I guess everybody's just, just doing the deal thing for the Memorial holiday, like barbecues and stuff like that. Everything else is that can just on hold. Back to you.
Yeah, okay, well, good deal there, Serge. Yeah, well, I always love Memorial Day. It's my favorite holiday for a number of reasons, and so good, and it's really good to
Hey, the kind of you came in with a lot of static on that, on your end for a little bit, so I didn't really catch what you said. But anyway, hey, this side here is hot, and air conditioning going, and but it's tolerable, so just enjoying the day. So we mahalos and 73 to you guys, and aloha, KM4 KUH.
All right, sir. Well, thanks for joining us. And, I think my good flow was kind of half slipping off the key here. So we'll catch up with you. Okay, this is K2FFT looking for any check-ins for the Hawaii Mainland All-Star net before we go to close it. Please give me a call. Okay, well, that looks like that's a wrap on regular check-ins. After QM, Henry, per my count, I have, counting you and I, 15 check-ins. Does that guy with you? Go ahead.
Roger there, Al. We're in sync. I got 1-5 likewise, so my pleasure coming on, and thanks for taking the net. This is KHXGUF.
All right, Henry, thank you, man. Really my pleasure to hear everybody. Okay, so we're all in sync with alternate net control, and do we have any final announcements or comments, questions, or other traffic for the net before we close? Please call me now.
NH6HI.
Hey, Jim, take it away there.
K2FFT and then that's the NH6HI. Yeah, I had one more comment to make. For you folks that don't know, I have a 10-meter beacon and a beacon scanner on the reverse beacon network, and been a lot of sporadic E on the 10-meter band the last couple of days. Today, or last night, getting close to sunset, that Thursday good into Australia. but the guys on the mainland were talking all over the place. So you mainland folks might want to check it out at your sunset there. Let's see. Was just looking on 10 meters on JT65 in Hawaii here, and saw a call sign N3HI. So I looked it up, and he's about 2 blocks from where I grew up. So how's that for weird? Anyways, I just wanted to thank everybody for checking in this evening, and appreciate your participating in the network here. 73, aloha from the Garden Isle of Kauai, and H6HI. Back to net.
Jim, hey, thank you, man, for all the work you do to get this going and keep it going. It's a lot of work to keep all this running. As you get the parts count go up, the complications go up too. Folks and managing. Okay, let's see. Any other comments or questions or other traffic for the net before I shut it? All right, hearing nothing, I guess that'll be a wrap on it. We'll write you after the net, so please do feel free to hang around and join in the fun. And this net is voluntary, and everyone is invited to participate as a net control or an alternate net control. It's a really good thing to do that. And if you'd like to act as a net control, contact AH60D or NH6HI or WH6AV Jesse, and they can schedule you in. Their email address is good in QRZ, and it's a good chance for you to hone your skills in the event that you happen to be the first responder in an emergency situation. And that goes for alternate too. Today was a situation here where we might have actually had to call an alternate that should I have disappeared because of weather activities. So with that, join us every Sunday afternoon, starting with Amateur Radio Newsline on or about 0130, and followed by the net at 0200 UTC, which is of course 3:30 Hawaiian Standard, 4 o'clock Hawaiian Standard. Wait. And so with that, I will go ahead and call the net a wrap at 4:43 p.m. Hawaiian Standard Time, and return it to normal use. This is K2FFT for the Hawaii Mainland Allstar Net, saying thanking all of you for joining us, and saying 73 to you. K2FFT, we're out.
K2FFT, W6CVG.
Hi, go ahead there, Francis. Good. How are you doing? WH6CVG, are you there? K2FFT, I thought I heard you calling me.
Yes, K2FFT, WH6CVG. My question is, when is field day?
Oh, I should have announced that. I should have said that if I didn't. Foolish me. That is the weekend of the 24th and the 25th this year. The last weekend is the 24th and the 25th this year. And like I was mentioning, we'll be, IARC has a big one that they always do. I'm not sure where they're doing this year, but I don't always keep up and find our stuff. I'm doing Koichi. We always go camping down there as a family anyway. So I thought this year I'd go ahead and set up an HF station in there and a 2-meter station and do what we can do. So if you'd like to join us down there, Francis, hey man, it'll be good to see you there. Like I said, just spend the night or just spend the afternoon or whatever works for you. Go ahead.
Well, it sounds really good. I need to check my schedule and see where I'll be that day.
Well, thanks for the information. And well, you have a pleasant one. And 73, WCBG altitude.
All right, Francis, yeah, you're most welcome. And like I say, no big deal. Just bring yourself or come down if you want to come down there and join us. We'll have electric power available and everything, so no problem. Or if you just bring yourself, you can get on the radio. You don't have to have it here. So very good, Francis. Thanks, and you have a nice evening, afternoon, what's left of it. W6CBG, K2FFT, 73, my friend. Yeah. Hi, K2FFT. You still around there, Jim?
Nope, just a square. Yeah, how you doing, Al? Nice net, thanks. All right, I'm T.
There you go. Just a square. Oh, I like that. I have never heard that one before. That's pretty good, Jim. I always enjoy doing that. It's been a while, but that's kind of good because it means we've had people that are, trying it and stuff. And but I enjoy doing it, man. And so I guess the hybrid kind of worked out okay. Not quite. That audio sounded like it was not going to do the job. So I did the hybrid with, I have a halfway decent kin with one of those MC85 desk mics. I could still see my client on the computer, so if I saw that bar going up, I know that somebody was trying to get underneath me there. So, it worked there, Jim.
Keep punching the wrong button here. I need to hook my foot switch back up. But, yeah, so audio sounded really good, Al. Sounded really good. So not a problem with that. If the hybrid worked, it worked. That's what counts.
Yeah, it's not quite as convenient as I like it, but it did the job. What they say, necessity of mother invention. That's what it's all about, I guess. But I gotta get that kind of like straightened up a little bit. I really need to put a foot switch on there. So with the client and do something like with the headphones, like you're talking about. We have a headpiece, little boom mic, speak, the headset like your Heil thing, but not a like it there, Jim. Usual deal. You have it, but you don't have it because you can't put your hands on it. You know what I mean, right? Go ahead.
Ah, there we go. The foot switch is working. I forgot I was running Linux. I got this computer set up to dual boot. The foot switch doesn't work with a hood on the Windows, but I just plug it in on Linux and it just works. Love it. What happened there, Al? But you broke up at the very end of your last over.
Okay, Jim. I mean, it might be this. Sometimes the key is, hopefully it's all. Sometimes if I don't have my finger really square on the button, it'll still key down, but the audio will not be there, which is kind of odd because I would think it'd be a one or nothing, But so hopefully it's not doing that now. Go ahead.
Yeah, just in the beginning now, but it's not doing it now. So, all right, cool. Yeah, good nap today. Kind of had a slim group, but gonna have to come up with some little exercises or something, I think. Anyway, so I'm gonna get out of here. I got a couple things I need to do. I gotta swap some of my notes over to run a couple tests. So probably be making a little bit of noise here. Till I can get, I got to try and get the Hui off the system and be able to control it from here. So, kind of got an idea, need to try it out, see if it works. Don't be surprised if you hear Darth Vader come up. K2FFT N86HI.
Okay, Jim. Yeah, we'll watch out for Darth Vader, but yeah, I just want to let you know that little hybrid scheme kind of worked out. It's not optimal, but it did the job. And yeah, a little bit. Not as many people often today. I think my record was 30 a few weeks back. I had 30 people. That was a good one. His wife, she checked in for me because it was 29 for me. Anyway, okay, Jim, you have fun with that, and I'm going to do some work around here, see if I can figure out some way to make a more optimal situation with the time. Thanks, Jim. We'll see you later. NA6HIK2FFT. Bye-bye.
7:30, H6HI clear.
Biscuit, K2F50.
So you're not hearing Allison going off on your end?
No, not unless she got mixed to the TV for a second there while I was thinking and something to the boss there, but no, I didn't hear anything there, Jim.
Wonderful. Okay, good. I only heard it on my end then. Thank goodness. I was getting the node for blah, 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 transceive. Hit the wrong buttons. Anyways, thanks a lot for letting me know that, Al. I appreciate it. K2FFT N86HI.
No problem there, Jim. Yeah, where you hit the wrong button and it lifts off every connection that ever was on there. Or is on there. Yeah, I hear you. That'll be $5. So there's have fun. See you later. K2FFT.
I'm sorry, the number you dialed is no longer in service at this time. Please check the number and please dial it again. H808.
That doesn't sound like Allison Smith to me.
I tried. K2F50. I tried. What was the other one now? Oh, yeah, the number which you dialed, the number which you dialed, the party does not have is, so what is, voice mailbox and or something like that.
Oh, yeah. Mine was usually, yeah, the mailbox is full.
When I call up my friend, the one that writes for Apostle, he did his voice. Hello, you reached my number and I did not return the call. I try to get back to you as soon as I can. Hello.
Good afternoon. The time is 5:00 p.m.
When I've gone for a while, if I feel like it, I'll try to get back to you.
Man, this is WT. Yeah, one of my cousin, maybe you heard of him. Everybody knows him on the big alley here, especially on the east side. And when I try to call him up, he only screams who's been calling him. He has a low baritone voice there. Mean, I'm mean.
Okay. Everybody knows him. I don't know if I do, but anyway. Okay. And I'm going to get out of here because it is not raining right this second. And I want to go set this antenna site different. The dipole that I have set up here. A little experimentation. So I will catch up with you later on here. But I want to catch this before it starts, this next rain shower moves in. Okay, thanks. We'll see you later, Ed. NA6WTC2FFT out of here to go play antennas for a bit.
Yeah, by the way, his name is Kimbo. Kilo India Mike Oscar. He used to be in my club of co-owners there, but he kicked his own self out there. So he might be with the apostles there. I don't know yet. I have to check on that. Okay, talk to you later. And 6WT on 3.
be any 7G.